Welcome to the Art of Vibrancy podcast. It's a place where inspired experts distill their brilliance down into simple, practical advice that you can use right away. It's 8 minutes, it's 4 questions, and it's one practical piece of advice that you can put into use today. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Art of Vibrancy podcast. Today, we've got a delicious, delightful treat for you. The one and only Jill Anenberg Lawrence is with us. Now, tell us, hi, Jill, how are you? Tell us where you're hanging out, where you're from, Jill.
Oh, I'm so good. I'm out in Studio City, California, and I'm very excited to do this. I did my hair today, so you gave me an excuse to not wear sweats around the house during quarantine.
Very good. Yeah, is that what you tend to do? Or are you just slobbing about a bit? That's certainly what I do.
A little bit. I mean, I feel like in LA especially, we get away with wearing like cute yoga pants and a tank top, or, you know, just like the workout clothes, even though you're not working out, you're just dressed that way.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Well, you look great. You look great, I have to say. So I'll tell you a bit about Jill. I'll read out your biography, your short biography here, Jill. Jill, as a board-certified health and nutrition coach, Jill Anenberg Lawrence guides people who are overwhelmed making healthy food choices and struggling with their health, happiness, and energy levels. She helps them to easily reduce toxins and chemicals so that they can live a BS-free life. I love that. So if you're ready to answer the question, what do I eat to live a vivacious and long, healthy life? Jill has the answer and lots more. Okay, Jill, that's great. It's perfect for us. It's going to be 4 questions in 8 minutes. And I've even got a little timer, which I'm going to set off, and then we'll be off to the races. So if you're ready to go, here we go. Question.
I'm ready. I love the timer. I wish that we could bring the timer when we go out to lunch with certain friends.
Going to keep you on schedule. Jill, what, in your experience, is the biggest challenge that people face as they age with regard to staying healthy, well, and positive? So they know they want to change, they've made the decision, but what are the roadblocks that they put in their own way?
Yeah, you know, Rob, I think it's a number of things. For one, I'm always about trusting yourself and knowing that other people can give you advice, but you know what's best for you. Like there's so many different diets, so many different thoughts around how to age gracefully and what to eat and this and that. But at the end of the day, we know what works best for us, for our age, for, you know, whether you're female, male, what you're culturally, you know, raised on, what you've been eating. And I think a lot of people put too much trust in what other people have to say. I love doctors, but it's like, here, take this medication, instead of, hey, you want to lower your blood pressure? How about change these types of foods, add in this exercise? You know, I've had a lot of cancer close to my family, in my family, a lot of friends that I know. And I've seen a lot of doctors say, like, your only option is chemo radiation. And for some people, sure, that might be true, but they also don't then give the holistic option of, okay, well, here's nutritionally what you should eat. Cut back on the sugar, cut back on the meat, add in a ton more water, you know, all the cruciferous vegetables. I could go on and on. Removing the toxins, you know, everything that we put on our bodies, that we clean our houses with, even in regards to our food, all the chemicals. I think that we are not trusting ourselves as well as we're not doing the research. People get, no offense, but a little bit lazy. They get a little set in their ways and saying, oh, well, this is how I've always done something. Or when I grew up, you know, we had the milkman delivering our milk, but that's a whole different bottle of milk than what we're getting now, that's filled with hormones and antibiotics, and these cows are crammed. And I won't go into it because it's very sad what happens in factory farms. But I think as we get set in our ways, we're also not prioritizing our health. We get very busy and we have a lot of things going on, and we keep saying, oh, I'll exercise later. Oh, I'll start, you know, cutting back on the coffee and adding in more water, green tea, but then they never get to it because everybody else comes before you, instead of taking a step back and saying, okay, what do I need to take care of Jill so then I can be a better wife, a better dog mom, a better sister? I like that dog mom came before a better sibling.
I noticed
you know,
that.
But it's finding Yeah, it's finding ways to become motivated. And if you don't have that self-motivation, that's fine. That's where you start hiring out professionals who do have time to look at all of the issues that you have or goals that you have, and then help you move forward with proper action steps.
That's great. So people are set in the ways, and they're too busy with their lives. They think they're going to do it tomorrow, but of course tomorrow never comes. We both know that. We all know that. So question number 2. What are the common mistakes, the misconceptions that people have about solving that problem, about hiring a coach or whatever? What are their misconceptions about that?
Yeah, I think some misconceptions is that it's going to be too hard. It's too much work. It's not going to taste good. And the thing is, like, you've got to make some changes to see change in your life. Sometimes we have to take a little bit of a harder route to then have life be easier on the other side. Sure, you can just say, you know what? I'm just going to go and pick up McDonald's. It's quicker and faster. But you know what's not quicker and faster is when you get high blood pressure, you develop cancer, you get high, cholesterol, all of those things that then contribute to a detrimental lifestyle where you have to go to doctor's offices, get on medications, then get on another medication. Like, it's a downward spiral instead of taking the time so that you don't self-sabotage yourself. And so that you can then say, okay, what is the best choice for me to make right now? If I'm in a hurry, why don't I go get Mediterranean food? Go and pick up something that has, some vegetables, a salad. You can get a vegetarian option. And I'm not saying that you always have to be plant-based, but those misconceptions is that it's going to be super hard or it's not going to taste good. And that's not true. There's plenty of things that taste really good. I love, we were talking before and I was telling you I'm half Jewish, I'm half Italian. I grew up with lots of carbohydrates and really tasty food. But for example, as an Italian, I love pasta, but I do red lentil pasta or chickpea pasta, and it's got 15 grams of protein, 9 grams of fiber. It's got lots of iron. Then I throw in all the vegetables, and that's a really healthy pasta dish. I love sweets. Instead of cooking with white flour, I use almond flour or oats. I add in like cacao nibs or cacao powder, so that's like the rawest, realest source. So what I'm eating and what I suggest to clients is foods that actually fill you up from the inside. They're preventative as well as on your path to healing. So there's definitely tons of things that you can do that both taste good, help your health, and reduce inflammation, and all the disease things that can come up.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So healthy food can be very easy to make and really flavorsome and lovely and delicious. I know that. I've made myself a pasta for it's 7:30 in the evening here, so I've had pasta for my tea tonight with lovely vegetables. Anyway, I'm eating into your time. 2 minutes remaining, 2 minutes 30 remaining, Jill. So question number 3, what's the number 1 tip you can give to our audience to help them today? So a tangible, specific action that they could implement right away, something simple, something they could do.
Okay, Rob, I've got a couple. I can't just do one, but the number 1 of my tips is to become the CEO of your own health and wellness.
Oh, I like that.
For you to make your own decisions and to not have doctors, to have friends, to have other people dictating and telling you what you should or shouldn't do, that you become the one, that you research. If you find out you have a particular disease, an ailment, or even just, like a minor issue that's going on, you get sick and they say, oh, go to the doctor, get on antibiotics. Well, that's going to destroy your gut. And do you know how to then repair it? Absolutely. Instead, you do the research and you read and see like, okay, if I have, if this is the problem that I have, what are the things that I can drink? What are the herbs that I can take? What are the supplements? What are the lifestyle changes? Can I just easily switch out my shampoo and conditioner to a non-toxic, fragrance-free, no parabens, like none of the bad stuff. The other thing too I want to say is, what we eat, obviously it's like, like you are what you eat, but if you're eating animals, you are what your animals eat. So making sure that you are choosing the best possible choices. And the last thing I would say is go through your pantry, go through your fridge and clean out all of the stuff that isn't from Mother Nature, like doesn't come from the earth. Because if it's in our house, it's really tempting. Even for me, like when people drop off goodies, I'm like, I know it's there, so I want to eat it. And the third thing I would say is if you don't know what to do at all and all of this feels overwhelming, outsource, reach out to someone like myself, to you, to a health professional, to a nutritionist, a dietitian, and to have them help you. It's not just about the nutrition though. That's why I love as a holistic health coach, I'm looking at all the areas of your life that affect your health. So sometimes we need that support system. And even myself, like I work with coaches and I work with healers, and I think everybody needs help and guidance and assistance.
Right. Yeah, we're definitely on the same page with that, Jill. That was beautiful. I like that. Some really good advice there. 30 seconds to finish off. What's the free
Let's do it.
resource? The free resource that you'd like to share with our audience today? What's a free resource? Something they can have fun.
Oh, yes, I would love it. Okay, so on my website, JillLawrenceHealth.com,
I'll put a
on
link.
the site itself, what?
I'll put a link to that. Yeah.
Oh, you'll put a link. Thank you.
Yeah.
So on the website, I've got tons of like really great blogs, fun videos. I was telling Rob before this, my background used to be in hosting and comedy. So I've got lots of fun bloopers at the end of those videos. So it makes it entertaining. I call it edutainment. But when you sign up for my newsletter, which only goes out like every 2 or 3 weeks, you get access to a video that I created. And it's actually, it's a private event. So I've put it onto my website for you to have access to. And it's food and lifestyle tips to have kick-ass immunity and energy, which is very important right now with everything that we're going through, to have that type of energy be through the roof and a good immune system.
Brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. And I can attest to Jill's acting skills. And I've watched a few of your videos, Jill, and you really are funny and good fun. So go onto YouTube and look up Jill Anenberg Lawrence. And I'm glad we didn't, maybe swearing will help. I'm glad we didn't resort to swearing today.
But you know what? It does help. Sometimes you just got to get it out of your system.
Absolutely. You're right. You need to let go sometime. So thanks ever so much, Jill. Goodbye to you. And we'll say goodbye to our audience as well. Great stuff.
Thank you, Rob. Thanks, everyone.
You. Bye. Bye. Thanks for checking out the Art of Vibrancy podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes, subscribe, rate us, and leave a review, and I'll love you forever. And if you'd like to try my energy boosting, inflammation busting, brain and body food breakfast, head over to www.breakfastofbrilliance.com and download the recipe today. See you soon. Bye.